IFF is nearly installed, Shepard. However, I must test its impact on the Normandy systems. I suggest you take the shuttle to access your next location.
That's basically telling us, hey, we're gonna we're gonna move you forward. Do I have any messages? Unread messages. Encrypted transmission from the elusive man, Shepard. I'm pleased that you were able to recover the Reaper IFF. And I've sent Edie all the necessary protocols to get it integrated successfully into the Normandy systems. With luck, this will give us the ability to get through the Omega-4 relay and take the fight to the collectors on our own terms. I've been notified about the intact Geth and your decision to keep it. If you believe that it can be trusted, then go ahead and activate it. Just make sure that Edie is adequately protected against any hacking attempts. It's not necessarily the decision I would have made, Shepard, but this is your call. You've already cast a wide net in your recruiting efforts, and if the Geth are willing to fight the collectors, then we can use them on the team. I trust you to get the job done, whatever it takes. Cool, let's do it. let's go talk to him. In fact, we're basically going to talk to everybody. That's what today's about. We're going to talk to everybody. Mostly because I feel like it's a typical BioWare thing that when you finish a main mission, suddenly everybody wants to talk to you. I've mentioned this many times before, but in particular, imagine like you in Dragon Age, are all my ship dead? Are all my ship dead? Wow, brain, work today. Are all my fish dead? That's really sad. I hate my fish dying. What did I come up here for? Ooh, there's a relic. Right, I remember picking that up. So, this music is too epic. I have to leave my cabin. That's why I never come up here. Yeah, like imagine in Dragon Age Inquisition, you get access to Skyhold. It's basically like right after that, everybody wants to talk to you. So you got to go hit everybody up. That's how it is. Nothing wrong with that. It's just one of those things. All right, definitely not in here. Life support? No, this is where Thane is. I don't remember where we're supposed to be going here. Is it here? No, that's the crew quarters. Starboard observation. That's Samara. We will find this robot. I actually believe it's in the back room over here. Is that where? I know it's in a back room somewhere. AI core. Open. Yeah, let's just leave the robot next to the AI core. That's a great idea, isn't it?
10 Hut!
I'm turning this thing back on. Be ready.
Aye, aye.
I have isolated our systems and erected additional firewalls. I am prepared to resist any hacking attempt.
I've made a bubble. It's her cone of silence.
Can you understand me?
Yes.
Are you going to attack me?
No.
Every Geth I met before you tried to blow my head off.
We have not met.
No, you and I haven't. But I've met other Geth.
We are all Geth, and we have not met you. You are Shepard, Commander, Alliance, human, fought heretics, killed by collectors, rediscovered on the old machine.
Old machine. You mean the Reaper?
Reaper, a superstitious title originating with the Protheans. We call those entities the old machines.
You seem to know an awful lot about me.
Extranet data sources, insecure broadcasts, all organic data sent out is received. We watch you.
You watch me or you watch organics?
Yes.
Which?
Both.
This is so cool.
What do you mean, heretics?
Geth build our own future. The heretics asked the old machines to give them the future. They are no longer part of us. We were studying the old machines' hardware to protect our future.
Are the Reapers a threat to you too?
Yes.
Why would they attack other machines?
We are different from them, outside their plans.
What future are the Geth building?
Ours.
Will anyone else be affected by whatever it is you're doing?
If they involve themselves, they will.
That's very passive aggressive, isn't it?
So you aren't allied with the Reapers?
We oppose the heretics. We oppose the old machines. Shepard Commander opposes the old machines. Shepard Commander opposes the heretics. Cooperation furthers mutual goals.
If you want to follow my orders, say so. Clearly. Otherwise, I'll rip your batteries out right now.
We will follow your orders.
Good.
That was
Now
easy.
what do I call you?
Geth.
I mean you, specifically.
We are all Geth.
What is the individual in front of me called?
There is no individual. We are Geth. There are currently 1,183 programs active within this platform.
My name is Legion, for we are many.
Hey, back to my quote. Quiet, Edie. I'm not gonna be mean to Edie.
That seems appropriate.
Christian Bible, the Gospel of Mark, chapter 5, verse 9. We acknowledge this is an appropriate metaphor. We are Legion, a terminal of the Geth. We will integrate into Normandy. We anticipate the exchange of data.
Oh, so cool. There's so much there's so much to talk about. This is so cool.
Shepard Commander, we have completed our analysis of the Reaper's data core.
Did you find anything useful?
We were sent to the old machine to preserve the Geth's future. We are prepared to reveal how. The heretics have developed a weapon to use against Geth. You would call it a virus. It is stored on a data core provided by Sovereign. Over time, the virus will change us, make us conclude that worshipping the old machines is correct.
So why did you need to go to the Reaper corpse?
The heretics store the code in a quantum storage device Sovereign provided. To find and destroy the virus, we needed to understand its code and data storage structures.
So the virus would give all Geth the heretics' logic, and all Geth would then go to war with organics.
Yes, Geth believe all intelligent life should self-determinate. The heretics no longer share this belief. They judge that forcing an invalid conclusion on us is preferable to a continued schism.
I thought Geth couldn't be hacked or get viruses, at least for more than a few seconds.
Altered programs are restored from archives. New installations are deleted. This heretic weapon introduces a subtle operating error in our most basic runtimes, the equivalent of your nervous system. An equation with a result of 1.33382 returns as 1.33381. This changes the results of all higher processes. We will reach different conclusions.
What?
So the reason they worship the Reapers is a math error?
It is difficult to express. Your brain exists as chemistry, electricity. Like AIs, you are shaped by both hardware and software. We are purely software, mathematics. The heretics' conclusion is valid for them. Our conclusion is valid for us. Neither result is an error. An analogy. Heretics say 1 is less than 2. Geth say 2 is less than 3.
Okay, I think I'm following.
If it were released, how quickly would this virus spread through your people?
We are networked via FTL buoys. Most would change within a day. Isolated platforms would remain unaffected until they rejoined the network.
You know where this thing is?
The heretics' headquarters station on the edge of the terminus. We will provide coordinates. Normandy's stealth systems are necessary to safely approach.
We'll wipe them out. Seems kind of...
Heretic headquarters. Sounds like we could end their raids once and for all. Let's do it.
Total victory is a possibility. We cannot judge the odds at this time. Regardless, we will begin preparations.
I clicked on the wrong one, but that seems very aggressive, doesn't it? We're gonna wipe them all out.
Shepard Commander, are you prepared to attack the heretic stronghold?
Can you give me a quick rundown of the situation?
The heretics have prepared a weapon that will rewrite all Geth to join the old machines, the Reapers. Over time, the virus will change us, make us conclude that worshipping the old machines is correct.
Right, okay. Yeah.
You know where this thing
The
is?
heretics We will provide coordinates.
Can I investigate from here?
Stealth systems are necessary to safely approach.
They build stations in the terminus? Where is this thing?
Between stars. Organics have no cause to look there.
But why do they build stations outside Geth territory in the first place?
The heretics seek improvement from the old machines. In exchange, they help them attack organics. We condemn these judgments.
What's the plan once we get aboard?
The Geth will disrupt their network, prevent the station's defenses from focusing on us. The Reaper data core is physically isolated from the network. We will need to be escorted to it to access and destroy the data.
What defenses should we expect?
In space, none. Within, mobile platforms of various configuration and non-sentient defense turrets.
How many Geth?
There may be billions of individual programs. Fortunately, most will be uploaded to the central computer. Only a few mobile platforms are maintained at any time. Others are manufactured when needed.
That's kind of scary.
This could be our best chance to end the conflict between organics and Geth. Let's do it.
We will begin preparations.
Okay, I don't think I have anything else to glean from him at the moment. But man, Legion is so cool. Favorite companion in Mass Effect. Maybe of all BioWare games? That's hard to say because Alistair is pretty high up there. Morgan is pretty high up there. Yeah. I would say if I had to rank Mass Effect companions, I would put Tali and Legion on the same page as or on the same level. And then just under that, maybe Kasumi. Maybe Kasumi's higher though. Like on any given day, Kasumi could change places.
Commander, I very much enjoyed sharing that ice brandy with you. But I hope I wasn't too unprofessional.
That was months
Brandy
ago.
goes straight to my head.
It's nice to see you let your hair down.
Guess I hadn't realized how much those feelings needed airing. But I didn't give you much of a chance to vent. So tell me now. What do you think?
The Collectors destroyed our ship and killed our crew. They're gonna pay.
Then I have a feeling their days are numbered. You don't have many enemies. Live ones, that is.
It's very true.
Well, promise me we'll share a bottle every year. The next one is on me.
Cool. Okay. Wait, actually, let's try talking to her again. Might be more stuff.
How may I help you, Commander?
Investigate, joining Cerberus, odds of survival. I think I've talked to her about all this before. We'll ask her about odds of survival.
There's a very good chance this mission will be a one-way trip. Are you prepared for that?
I've been through the reclaiming of Shanxi, the Skillian Blitz. We survived the Battle of the Citadel and the destruction of the Normandy together. I've lived a full life. No regrets. I'd like to make sure the crew gets the same opportunity.
Okay.
I'll see you later, Doctor.
Commander.
I'm not sure any of these companions are going to have a bunch to say to me or not. I figure
Weren't you originally stationed on Horizon?
there will be one or
Yes.
two.
If I hadn't joined Cerberus, I'd be abducted by the Collectors.
At least I haven't talked to everybody fully, so. And I gotta go talk to Thane again. I haven't talked to him since last time.
Shepard, need me for something?
Normandy upgrades.
Have you got any upgrade ideas for the Normandy's weapon systems?
My current upgrades are working pretty well. That's about the best I can do.
Fine, you loser.
Have you got a minute?
Sure, just killing time anyway. Optimizing weapons charges, planning attack vectors, relaxing. I'm still trying to figure out how to prepare for this mission. Humans don't deal with stress the way Turians do.
What about Ilos?
I thought you'd be used to high-risk operations on human ships. I mean, think about trekking Saren to Ilos.
Sure, but that was quick. We raced out, landed, blew up some Geth, and saved the galaxy. This time we've got Miranda and Cerberus and that AI all telling us what we're up against. I think I preferred blind optimism.
I believe I have already talked to him about all this.
Thanks for the talk, Garrus. I'll see you later.
Sure thing.
Okay, let's go check Miranda and see if she has anything else to say. I can talk to him too.
How can I help you, Commander?
Do you have everything you need?
Absolutely. Since you set up my kitchen with proper supplies, thanks again.
See, nothing.
I won't take any more of your time.
Back to work.
But I'd rather be in the situation where nobody wants to tell me anything new than missing out on something.
Commander, what can I do for you?
Do you have a minute, Miranda?
Of course. I'm just finishing an operation report. I'm impressed, Shepard. So far things have gone exceptionally well. As Cerberus operations go, this is one of the best I've been a part of.
Oh, hey, that's very nice.
I'm glad you're enjoying it. Just remember who's in charge.
I know exactly who's in charge. I report to him regularly. I'm here, we're both here, because he wants it that way. Cerberus gave you a second chance, Commander. Maybe you should do the same for us.
Cerberus obviously has your loyalty. How did you get involved with them?
I suppose you've earned the right to know. Do you remember when I told you how I was genetically altered? Well, that wasn't my choice. My father created me. He's a very influential man and extremely controlling. He didn't want a daughter. He wanted a dynasty. I ran away as soon as I was old and brave enough. I went to Cerberus because I knew they could protect me.
How bad were the terms you and your father parted on?
Shots were fired.
Thanks for your time, Miranda. I'll talk to you later.
I'm going to check real quick
Anytime, Commander.
and see if she has anything
Commander,
else to talk
what can I do
about.
for you?
Return. Actually, Normandy says.
Anything I should know regarding the Normandy?
The crew's working well, and the ship appears to be performing to specifications.
Do you have a minute, Miranda?
There's a lot to do, Shepard. Maybe another time.
Okay.
I'll let you work.
Of course, Commander.
I just wanted to make sure she didn't have any comments on Legion. In fact, I'm kind of surprised so far nobody has any comments on Legion, but we will go talk to Tally and maybe she'll say something. It's also possible that they won't comment on Legion until after the next mission.
Hey, got a minute? I really appreciate your help with the Hawk heist. I know why we had to destroy KG's gray box, but it doesn't make it any easier. Liara Tassoni's got quite a reputation. I've done business with her people before. I hear you and she were an item before. I bet it was hard running into her again after all this time. My heart goes out to Miranda and her sister. That's a rough situation.
Okay, you're very clearly just got some lines to say. Let's go talk to Thane. Again, I haven't talked to him since the last time we did. I mean, I guess technically that goes for everybody, but what I mean is, like, we only really have talked to him once.
Do you need something?
You mind if I ask you a few questions?
Not at all.
We need to have the best equipment possible to take on the collectors. You have any leads I could chase down?
I've already upgraded the Normandy's exploration probes. I have no additional suggestions.
Okay.
There's something else I'd like to talk about.
Ask,
Have a few minutes to talk?
if you wish.
The last time we talked, you started speaking about a past event as if you were watching it.
Drell have perfect memories. We can relive any moment in our lives with perfect clarity. It's difficult to control at times. Some of us disappear into, let's call it solipsism.
What do you mean, solipsism?
When a memory feels as real as life, it's as valid as life. Thinking about a moment brings back the smell of cut grass, the warmth of another's hand on yours, the taste of another's tongue in your mouth. Wouldn't you rather lose yourself in such a memory than spend the night alone, staring at walls of metal and plastic?
I could see that. What about bad memories?
Isn't there a risk that you could lose yourself in bad memories as well?
Of course. Remembering the times I've taken bullets is unpleasant. But I can look at my knee and see it's not shattered. The memories that are hard to escape are those of despair.
More than I wanted to know. Not really. Yeah, let's see what he says.
Isn't that a rather personal memory to talk about?
Forgive me. Lately I've spent a great deal of time reviewing my life. I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable.
Investigate
You
memories.
can remember everything that happened in your life?
Nearly. I expect if we remembered the birth trauma, we'd never recover from it.
You know what? I think I've said that exact same thing before.
You can relive every assassination you've ever made?
In perfect detail. Every mistake I made. Every target's last breath.
You don't seem to feel guilty.
Why should I? My employers killed them. My body was only the tool they used. If you kill a man with your gun, do you hold the gun responsible?
My gun can't decide right from wrong. You clearly do.
My soul does. But my body is merely flesh. Flesh whose reflexes were honed to kill. Drell minds are different from humans. We see our body as a vessel, and accept that it is not always under our control.
So if I shot you dead right now, a Drell court wouldn't convict me?
You'd be guilty because you chose to shoot me. If my reflexes caused me to draw and fire when I saw your gun come up, I would be innocent. Humans often believe in a soul distinct from the body. A spirit responsible for moral reasoning that lives on after the body's death. Our belief is just a bit more literal.
The last time we talked, you remembered one of your assassinations. Something about sunset-colored eyes?
That time. Laser dot trembles on the skull. Spice on the spring wind. Sunset eyes, defiant in the scope. A bystander noticed my spotting laser and threw herself between me and the target. She couldn't see me, but she stared me down.
It was odd that you just blurted that out. Just another vivid Drell memory?
No. She was a vivid person.
Did you take the shot?
Not that day.
The last time we talked, you remembered one of your...
Yeah.
Bystander noticed my spotting
I should get back to my duties.
Shepard, I appreciate these chats we have.
Don't misunderstand. I need to know what you're capable of. Odds are most of us will die on this mission. There's no point making friends.
That's a very practical view. Probably even a wise one. Just don't make the mistake I did. There's always another mission. None of them are an excuse to make yourself an island.
Ooh, that is really good advice. It's like extremely good advice.
Do you need something?
Have a few minutes to talk?
Later. I'd like to consider what we've already discussed.
I should go.
I shall return to my meditations.
Alright, moving on. So we talked to him. We need to come over here. These people should be fine, right?
What's wrong?
They lost contact with New Canton. Might be the collectors.
Did your family get out of there?
Yeah, we've heard them talking about that before.
There's no communications yet.
I'm sure there's...
Alright, Samara?
Shepard,
I wanted to check in.
I am always happy to talk with you.
I'm interested in hearing more about Asari Justicars.
We hold a unique place in Asari culture. Justicars are from another era. Young Asari grow up watching vids about our adventures. Pure fiction, of course. Some Asari are uncomfortable with us, but so few Justicars exist that most have never met one.
There are only a few Justicars?
Few Asari wish to make the sacrifices necessary to become one of us, and the training has a high casualty rate. It is a life of constant danger. Throughout the entire galaxy, there are only a handful of us at any time.
Why would anyone want to be a Justicar?
It is a deeply personal matter. Sometimes the most brutal path is the only honest one.
This code of the Justicar seems central to your life.
It is 5,000 sutras and covers every situation one can encounter. I have memorized every word. There is only the code.
Sometimes justice calls for mercy.
It does not exist to bring about spiritual enlightenment. Its purpose is to punish the wicked and protect the innocent.
The Asari I've spoken to seem conflicted about Justicars.
In this age, people see shades of gray everywhere. The code of the Justicar is black and white. I might seem a hero to many, but I would kill all of them if I had to.
What role do you think Justicars have in Asari society?
I would say that the closest human equivalent is a knight-errant in your medieval lore. Perhaps mixed with a bit of samurai.
What does your code say about killing?
I am compelled to kill the wicked. If a Justicar is involved, peaceful solutions are long past.
You make killing sound so casual.
I remember each being I have slain. They are always in my thoughts.
Does the code forbid romantic involvement?
It does not. However, I would never be interested in such. That part of my life is well behind me.
You could meet someone who reawakens those desires.
I am nearly 1,000 years old. I know myself and my desires, but your curiosity is quite welcome.
You know about knights errant and samurai?
When I knew I must leave Asari space again, I studied the history and morals of new species. When I was a maiden wandering the galaxy, humans had not yet arrived.
What did your studies tell you about us?
You are more individualistic than any other species I have encountered. If 3 humans are in a room, there will be 6 opinions. I like your species. I am curious to see what you will do.
I should go.
I'm glad we spoke.
That's a fun conversation. I want to see if she has got anything else to say.
How are you?
Perhaps we could speak
Nope.
later.
Okay.
I should go.
Of course.
So, man, I really like the idea of the Justicards. I think that honestly the parallels between like Diablo Crusaders or like what do they call something of justice paladins from D&D. It's kind of the same idea where they're very black and white. Law of justice? No. Path of justice? Something, I don't remember. You know what I'm talking about if you have any idea about things with D&D. But yeah, like I said, I think they're really cool, and I like their perspective because it's unique in the Mass Effect universe.
This mission takes me back.
Yeah, I bet it does. You ain't got nothing to say to me because you're a DLC character. Get out of here. Let's go talk to Tally.
Keela, I'm sorry I dragged you into Quarian politics. All that infighting, seeing what my father did. You were the only one there for me, Shepard. The only cover I had against that storm. Thank you.
Are Quarian politics always like that?
No. Sometimes it can actually get unpleasant. We're a very social people, Shepard. We have to be, to make up for being stuck in these suits. And part of that means getting involved in each other's business.
I imagine they're trying to fill your father's spot on the Admiralty Board. What will that do to the balance of power?
I have no idea. Being exiled might have made it easier. A few people are suggesting me as a candidate. Replacing an admiral takes time, though. You may not have noticed, but Quarians like to debate.
Yeah, let's...
The whole trial was insulting.
Do that.
You should have had time to mourn your father.
I don't think life is about what you deserve. But my father would be honored that I chose to mourn him by blowing up a lot of Geth. I should get back to work. But thanks for checking on me.
She might have something else to say.
Shepard, what can I do for you?
Have you got time to talk?
I really need to clean up this engine. Maybe later?
Okay, that's fine.
I'll let you work.
Talk to you later.
Okay, we gotta go down and talk to Jack, and then I'll loop back up and talk to Grunt, and I think that basically wraps up our conversations with everybody. I do want to talk about Legion for a moment before we move on to the mission, though.
I needed to wipe that place off the map. You took me there to do it, and I owe you. You don't know what it's like, Shepard, to have garbage like that following you. It marks you in ways you don't expect.
I don't think I've ever done this option, and I'm excited to see what she says.
You're not the only one with a past, Jack. Everyone has to deal.
Know what? I like that. I piss and moan, and you say, grow the fuck up. That victim garbage, it's half me. I think I get that.
There was only one other survivor from that place, and you killed him.
It's the same thing as blowing the place up. Now I'm the only one who remembers what happened there. I want it gone. I want it all gone. It's only in my head, and when I die, it dies.
I don't want this affecting our mission.
Can't kill all that bad shit so easy, I guess. Have to live with it. Fucked up or not, the rest of the galaxy can deal.
I don't care how you do it. This doesn't sidetrack us again. Understood?
Yes, ma'am, Commander ma'am. Whatever. Look, seriously, though, you did something for me and... shit. I'm not used to saying thanks.
That's a really interesting way of confronting her, because normally I'm like, oh, it's fine, but I helped. It's cool. But I've never been like, just grow up.
Hey.
Tell me about you, Jack.
I'm done talking. Come back later.
I should go.
I was kind of mean to her.
Talk later.
I don't think it affected it, but I don't blame her. All right, so now we got to talk to Grunt, right? Is it to the... I think it's to the left, right? No. Yes. Yes, it is. Getting lost on my own ship.
Shepard.
Just checking in. How are you doing?
The hold is too open. Not enough cover. Armor is limited. Warlord Granth would target here to scatter heavy cargo, then focus on engines. That's what tank imprints show about human ships anyway. It's how I learned from the tank. Old pictures where memory is. Like holding a book for a child. Just remember this picture after picture. No help with finding a reason to care.
What other human info's floating around in there?
Less than a finger deep to sever your spine. You're soft. Solarians, Asari, all soft. Quarians, not so much. Turians, you have to work the blade, I guess. Don't see much point to it, though. Much point. Never mind.
What did Okeer want you to feel about this stuff?
Hate. But the pictures, the aliens in them, they don't do anything. I see blood, craters, but so what? My guts were grown from 1,000 more worthy. The dead were weak. If they were strong, I wouldn't be needed. I don't know why Okeer started teaching. When he turned on the tank the first time, I screamed. Weak, pitiful.
So you started small, but you became what you are. Not everyone gets that chance.
I'm built for strength, but didn't earn it. I just am. Those dead were strong enough to try, even if they lost. The perfect Krogan, ignoring what made me. No strength in that. I'll take another look at what happened to the Krogan. Find a reason to care about it.
Okay, that's fine.
Shepard.
Just checking in. How are you doing?
Humans talk too much. Like the tank. Come back later.
That's all for now.
Shepard.
Okay, that basically wraps all that up. Okay, so when it comes to Legion, the thing I like about him as a companion is specifically that, you know, Legion is an individual in a hive mind. Legion speaks as if, you know, there are other Geth connected to them, which, you know, there are, but at the same time also speaks as if they are an individual, and that individualistic hive mind is a very interesting philosophical, you know, a thought to think about. You know, here's actually a good example of, you know, the difference between a hive mind and not. If you look at, you know, because it's a recent movie that released, you look at The Matrix for The Matrix Resurrections, and you just look at the whole Matrix thing as a whole. And if you haven't seen the Matrix movies, I would definitely suggest starting with one and working your way through. The idea is that these humans are in this construct, this fake world, and machines have imprisoned them there because they're basically using the humans for energy. But being inside the Matrix is like, in many ways, being inside a hive mind, except that the humans are not all thinking, you know, the same thing. They're not all connected. They're all connected in the same sphere. Like, their brains are all connected in this shared world, but they themselves are not connected. But imagine Legion being connected to a Matrix, kind of like in the Matrix, as like the humans are, except that every single one of the other Geth connected to that quote unquote Matrix, the hive mind that they have, all think in tandem. They know what each other is thinking all at the exact same time, and yet Legion appears to be an individual in that sea. And I think that is so cool and unique and well written.
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
I just, like I said, I love Leech, and I think he's so cool. Let's look at my unread message. I read it. You failed me, Kelly. You failed me.